Hello and welcome to this Wednesday evening stream where we are back on the East Coast Main Line taking on the UK's longest freight service. As you can see in front of us we are 6 Echo 70 Acton to Tinsley with the class 66. We're 2,000 tonnes, so this is going to be a bit of a heavy one. Let's get straight into it. Let's get our cab set up. And we can go from there. So let's get the lights on. It's AWS. I think we're pretty much set. We'll put the instrument indicators on. I think we'll probably just bring the brake down a little bit to build the pressure. We'll leave it about there for now. That looks good to me. So our timetable is to stop in Claypool Down passenger loop and then Doncaster decoy down. So yeah, interesting. It's only pulling us into one passing loop. I thought there could possibly be more, but it'd be interesting. This is a 2-hour 50 service, so it's going to be a long one, but I'm interested in where we're going to potentially get held up. So I'm looking forward to this. Looks like we are ready to depart. We've got the signal. Let's release those brakes. And then we can be on our way. Let's just look at our path in. Yeah, it's going to take us across onto the slow lines, which is to be expected. Let's put the power on and away we go. Got some intermodal wagons to our right here, quite a few of them actually. Spy some red DB hoppers in the background as well. It's good stuff. There's a couple of you already in the chat. So evening Lewis, how you doing? Evening Crazy Plays, hope you're both well. Interesting, we got AWS warning there. Not sure what that was entirely for. We're only permitted to do 15 out of the yard here, so we're only taking it gently at the moment. But it's autumn's morning, we're 7 o'clock in the morning, and we need to be at Claypole Down Loop by 8 o'clock, so we've got roughly an hour to be there. Just knock it back a little bit for now and we'll run along at 12-13 miles an hour as we go head out of the yard and go onto the slow lines. Dab of brakes here just to keep us at that 15, that magical 15. There we go. Perfect stuff. And this is where we will snake across the points here, so it's always a good spot to see us come across. Go out of the yard we come. There we go. Snake behind us. We are a full load, as you can see, that's why we're 2,000 tonnes, and onto the slow lines we go. There's the end of our train. You can see us just off in the distance there, making our way over to the left hand side. And then we can really start to put the power on, I think. Do we see a speed board here anywhere? Not yet. Oh, there's 16 miles an hour. Let's just slow us slightly. Got the ping of the EWS. There we go, we can roll up to 60 now, so let's put the power on. We're fully across the points. The speed should start to pick up now. There we go, into notch 7. Power is coming up, or the speed is coming up ever so gently. That's it, into notch 8. This is full thrash now. This is Warrington Junction, I believe. See, just in the distance, if you carry straight on, you dip off down underneath the East Coast Main Line. Transport Legend, welcome into stream. How you doing? Is this the extra long 2-hour 31? This is the 2-hour 51. So yeah, this is an extremely long one, which I've been wanting to do for a little while now. So yeah, 2 hours 50 is what it says in the timetable. So we'll see how true that is. I have a feeling we could be held up by other trains along the way, which will make it interesting. Yep, it's a long one, Transport Legend. There's only going to be the one service tonight. And we're going to be stuck in the 66, which is not too bad. Don't know if there are other long. That's got to be a good trivial fact to find out. Is what's the longest service in Train Sim World that's actually playable? Virtual Rail Driver, welcome into stream. How you doing? Would expect in a 2-hour 50 video there would be able to cover every chest. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, Transport Legend. If we were flying along in the Class 81, the Azuma, we'd do this in no time. The shortest. Oh yeah, I expect there's a couple of minutes. Glad you're well, Virtual Rail Driver. Oh, we got single yellow here. Let's take off the power. On go to brakes. It's a single yellow, so need to be braking quite hard here. But actually, the brakes are pretty good. Probably release off touch here. Probably 3 minutes. Yeah, I think the Class 700 services that take it from the yard at Peterborough into the station are about 3 minutes. Well, the brakes on this are better than expected, so we probably stopped a little, well, slowed a little too early here, but it's all good. We are running up to red, so better to be safe than sorry. I have a feeling this is approach control at work here. I believe we take the kind of the junction here that puts us, or continues, allows us to continue up the East Coast Main Line. Alfie, welcome into the stream. How you doing? Transporting TSW3, you could drive on the ScotRail Express from the depot to Glasgow Queen Street. Supposedly takes 1 minute. Yeah, I'm not sure about that. Yeah, of course, it's like 3 miles. Yeah, it takes sort of 10 minutes. Yeah, absolutely. Alfie, you'd say Train SimWorld 4 is amazing. Absolutely. Which... what route are you enjoying the most, Alfie? There's the red, and it's just stepped up. We're 25 across the points here, so got a little bit of power in. Driving 3 miles takes 10 minutes. Yeah, this is gonna, well, this will be what, 80 miles taking 3 hours almost. Alfie, your favourite route or TSW4 route is the Metrolink? Yeah, nice. That is enjoyable. There goes an Azuma. 9-car unit. After this, we've got the this is quite a long climb where we don't pick up too much speed from memory, where it's when we are on this sort of where we're at the 4-track section. Once we're fully through, we can put the power on. There we go, we should be fully through now, and it should jump up. He says any second. There we go, let's put, we're about to be overtaken here. There we go, what a view. Great view there. Is the Metrolink the Lancaster? Yep, absolutely. Do you like the sound? Yeah, the sounds are fantastic on the F125. You can really tell they're authentic sounds. Big plus for me. Driving 30 miles in 1 hour probably means we'll be stuck for about 20 minutes unless you are driving at 2 kilometers an hour for the fortune. Yeah, absolutely. I believe this is it's about 0.5% gradient on this 4-track section, so we probably won't be able to pick up too much speed once we're properly on it. tight space for a freight train. Yeah, absolutely. Andrew, welcome into the stream. How you doing? Alfie, it makes amazing rumbling sound when the train isn't moving. Yeah, it does. I'm a big fan of the F125 sounds. I agree with you. There we go. Permitted to do 50 up here, which is soon be upon us. Andrew, glad you're well. I'm very well, thank you. Alfie, you drove it today. Very nice. Haven't driven that one actually in a little while, but it's good to drive. From LA to Lancaster, yeah. So that was probably a 2-hour service, I guess, because it's quite a long one, isn't it? Almost up at 50 here, so we'll start to just probably ease back on the power in a second. Notch 6 feels perhaps about right. We'll see how we get on with that. But we've got a long way to go up this sort of 4-track section before we get to our first. Oh wow, pretty sure that is our only. Just ease off the power here with slightly. Correct our camera position. There we go. We're doing 50 nicely. Alfie, what do I think of the door closing sign on the Metrolink? Do you know what? I can't really remember it, if I'm totally honest. But all of the sounds have been really good, so I'm sure it's very accurate. Andrew, yeah, absolutely. This is from Peterborough to Doncaster, but it's really a service from Acton to Tinsley. Got greens coming up still, so we're all good. I'm interested to see what the dynamic weather does in this this 2-hour 50 service. A little bit more power, get us back closer to 50. Got 28 miles to Claypole down passenger loop, which is where we'll be pulling into one of the passing loops. Put it this way, you'll be waving to fast trains quite a lot at this speed. Yeah, absolutely. You'll see the Azumas come flying past. You heard the Rotom cab car has a rumbling sound as well. Interesting, Alfie. I haven't really noticed that. Does look good, this 66. Got to see more of them in different liveries. Can't just keep getting the same EWS livery. Freightliner, GBRF. There's multiple operators that run these run the 66s, and I'd love to see more of those liveries. How many wagons? We are 19, but we're about 2,000 tons, so I'd say fairly heavy. Expecting to see a little bit more traffic as we get around 8 o'clock. Hopefully. Alfie, you wonder if all the passenger trains have announcement inside the PIS screens. That would be very amazing. It could tell the passengers next station. Yeah, I don't. There's not. Unfortunately, there's not announcements currently yet in the game for not like the class 385 on from ScotRail Express. That's about the only one who has in-train announcements, which would be amazing. I agree. Andrew, weight of an elephant is training. Yeah, absolutely. Get a shot of it flying past us. Why not? There it goes. All 19 wagons. We've got 25 miles to go still. We should be fine running at 50 miles an hour to make it in time for our where we need to be pulling over. This section, it doesn't matter so much. Obviously, faster trains can fly past us, no problem at all. Doesn't feel like we've made too much of a dent so far. I would say we're not even a quarter of the way yet. Flying Scotsman is kind of loud. It's not too bad, I don't think. expecting something to come whizzing past us any second. Did you hear about the Flying Scotsman's little accident? Yeah, of course. Thankfully, I think there's been... I think they made an announcement saying that there's, you know, there's not really any damage or it's not too badly damaged, if any. So everything's good, and it'll be returning to mainline running, I believe. So I think that's the best thing, and I think the worst injury was those of the wine glasses. So yeah, thankfully it wasn't anything more serious. Dab a bit more power here. We're just dropping the speed a little bit. There goes Zanazuma. Going down towards London. It's actually quite nice running at this speed. You actually get to take in the scenery of the East Coast Main Line. 9-car, absolutely. Rather than just whizzing past at 125 miles an hour, not really taking too much in. Toby's Trains, welcome into the stream. How you doing? Not really picking up much speed here. Let's put it back into notch 8. Give it a thrash. Anytime you take a fast train is a long journey, yeah, absolutely. It's nice, a little bit slow pace of life every now and again. There we go. Slowly picking up a little bit of speed. Jump from 45 to 46. The dizzy speeds here. Really not picking up speed very much here, so yeah. I think it is a 0.5% gradient, so if not a little bit more than 0.5%. And with the weight of an elephant behind us, Alfie, you saw the photo of Blackpool Pleasure Beach on Blackpool Depression Route. Yeah, it looks absolutely fantastic. That route, I'm really looking forward to driving that, especially with all of the various locos that can be driven on it. Should be a good one. There we go. Your train will pass through it and you can see it. Absolutely. Oh. See where we are on the map now. Okay, we're coming up to where the 4-track will merge into 2. Not that far away now. There's 50. Let's just ease back on the power. A little bit more, probably down to the off position. Clearly come to the top of a gradient. There goes another Azuma 9 car. Bit more power now. Let's get back closer to 50. There's 66, another thrash. Looks like we're cleared to run straight across. We've got the path, so that's good. Thought we might be held here perhaps to let a service through. running, not changing. We're not really gaining any speed at this point. Go back to merge from 4 into 2. Means we're not far from Grantham actually. We're 45 across the points there, luckily enough. We were only doing that anyway, so it's not too bad. Lewis asks, in Train 74, can you collect broken down trains? If so, how do you do it, please? It's only if it's set up as a scenario, unfortunately. So if there are scenarios, you can rescue trains. The obvious one I can think of on Great Western Express, there's like a rescue mission to rescue a HST from Reading and take it back to Old Oak Common. Yeah, or you can just do it kind of in free roam and place down a a train and kind of simulate that it's broken down and you've got another one coming to rescue it, although I'm not sure if that's entirely possible, like connecting say a Class 66 to an Azuma, so I think you'd have to give it a go in free roam, spawn the two and see if they will couple together. Take the power down, we're pretty much up to 60 here. A little bit of brake. Just to slow us down. Probably release off now. Seems as if we're heading down a gradient now, so got to be careful of the brakes. Get those brakes in, make sure we're not speeding. And we'll release off again, just to let us cruise. Now we're moving along at 60, it seems a little bit better. We were just doing 50 up the 4-track section, so nice to be getting a little bit faster. Release off the brakes again. We're going down a gradient, so let's let gravity do its work here. Keep us moving. We're still on green, so we're not. I would have thought, given that this is the longest service, we'll be hitting more adverse signals. But we seem to be getting greens all the way so far. I believe this is going to be Grantham coming up. Let's fly up here a second, and we'll park ourselves at Grantham to watch us roll through. Nightmare Gamer, welcome into the stream. How you doing? Dad Rail on YouTube, he drives these for a living, and I think he's going to be driving the Class 37s now. Yeah, Dad Rail's, he does some fantastic videos. But if you're right, yeah, he does drive the 66s, and yeah. There we go, through Grantham. Back in the cab we go. Dab of power on. I think we're starting to go head back up a gradient now. I don't think we need too much power actually at this point. Let's come back off again. I think we're about right just to keep it rolling at the moment. So 8.2 miles. I think we're going to be pretty much spot on into Claypole down loop. Now the question is, how long is it going to hold us there for? Because it doesn't give us a time as to when we'll be departing. Interesting. What's this? A Sinazuma. Nice. and out we pop. Bit of brake. Don't want to be creeping over 60. And another one. Oh, a couple of Zoomers chasing each other. Not far apart. See where we are on the map. So I'd say we're probably about halfway when we get into this passing loop, I would say. So it will be interesting to see, yeah, like I say, how long it holds us in this passing loop. I have a feeling it's going to be a little while. Could be that we see a lot of traffic go past us though, which would be pretty cool. Can we see stuff on the map behind us, perhaps? Are we holding anything up? Yeah, we've got an Azuma actually chasing us, so that's quite quickly going to catch us up, actually. So as soon as we get into this passing loop, well, we should see an Azuma whiz past us, hopefully. Still, we've got around 13 minutes to get there, so we're probably going to be again a little bit early into this passing loop, which is interesting. Move along quite nicely, yeah. Looks like we've got signal coming up. I'd imagine this is probably a bit of approach control into passing loop. We're going to get a double yellow here. So we'll start to apply the brake. Got 4 bar. Yeah, 4 bar pressure. Should slow us quite nicely. Probably release back to 4.5. We're doing 25 here, so we'll just release off the brakes. Actually, we're not even over this single yellow yet. It's a 10-car unit has just flown past us. Let's acknowledge that EWS. See, it's a single yellow. Keep it rolling for now. Oh yeah, we have got a signal just before we enter the passing loop, so that'll be so we've definitely, this will be approach control at work here. But nah, let's not put any power on at the moment. We're about 10 minutes early into this passing loop anyway, so there's no rush. Can see the signal way off into the distance there, so we've got a little way to go. Let's put just a notch of power, just help us get there a minute. There we go, red coming up. Let's just put the brakes in. Okay, another Zoomer coming towards us. We've seen plenty of them so far, which is pretty cool. And there we go. Just stepped up. You can see that was approach control working there. Bit of power just to get us into the loop. We're going to get there. You can see the junction just coming up ahead. 25 should be plentiful. Get us in and rolling up to the red at the end of the loop. Got to make sure we're fully in, of course. Don't want to be hanging a wagon out. Interesting seeing a car go across them when we're actually not that far away from this crossing. There we go, start braking as we see the red ahead. Needs to be probably a little bit hard on the brakes here. There we go. Coming up nicely here. Looks like whatever ahead of us has now got the green, so expecting a zoomer to go flying past any second. There we go. There's our stop. So let's just stable the logos, put it into neutral. Let's apply the direct brake. Throttle's down to neutral. I think we are good. And there goes one Azuma. I was right, it was definitely following us. And off it goes into distance there. I'm intrigued about how long we're going to be sat here for. Let's see what happens when we get to 3 minutes past. We'll have a quick look what we can see behind us. Nope, nothing on there. So, anything sat at Grantham? No, Grantham's here. Nothing at the moment. Interesting. Wonder how long it is going to make us sit here then. Back at the trainers on the level crossing. Let's go and have a look. Oh, you're right, it is. Oh, we're going to cause a traffic jam here. Yeah, definitely. Yeah. Good spot, Nightmare Gamer. Hey, I just stopped where it told me to. It should have told me, actually. It should have then... I should be closer to... Tell you what. Let's move ourselves. Let's move ourselves up a little bit. We've got room. Okay, let's just wait for the brakes to come down. There we go. Let's move ourselves up and unblock the level crossing. We've got plenty of room. Oh. Okay. It's given us the path. Moving. Interesting. I didn't expect it to do that. We didn't wait there until 3 minutes past. Oh no, have we just messed things up? Well, this is one way to perhaps... I think moving it has forced us onto the next... next objective, when it probably didn't mean to. Oh, this is interesting. Put full power on now. I reckon we could get to Doncaster a lot quicker than the 2 hour 50 than this was predicting. I guess the signaller saw a clear path for behind me. Because there is nothing following us, so I don't know why it was holding us there. Off we go. Could be a far shorter stream than I expected. Well, we're back up moving now. Let's get back up to 60. Next up will be Newark, actually, and yeah, not too far actually distance. Go across the flat crossing. Looks like we're going to get a double yellow coming up. Hi Samuel, how you doing? Welcome into the stream. Let's just come off the power here. A little bit of brake. As for a double yellow. Running 35 is fine. We'll just wait to see what this next signal is going to be. Glad you're doing well, Samuel. I'm good, thank you. It looks like it's a double yellow. Let's put a bit of power on then. Wonder what is causing the double yellow. Ah, it's that Azuma just leaving Newark. So that will be what was holding us up. I suspect as soon as that clears off from Newark, it will, yeah, shoot off into the distance. And it should give us greens then. David, have you ever successfully added the train length in the green? Yes, up here. So you put the train length. The thing is, how unhelpfully, we've got yards here versus feet. So that was 293. Let's just acknowledge that. Let me quickly Google the conversion. 293. Yards in feet is 879, so that would be 87. That actually works. Oh, let's do enter at 87. Come on. Oh, 9. Oh. Press the switch forward to begin. Train length. There you go. So it's now counting down. If we were, say, to run past a so let's find a speed board and we'll give it a go. So we know the length of the train is now 879 feet. Let's find a speed board or the signal. Let's use the signal as the reference point. So you'd hit the train length button now. It will start to count down. Oh. Wow. It should do. Now it starts to count down, you see. And as we go across the flat crossing, there's all 900 feet of our train. Hopefully, oh, that would do it there now. See, it's counted. Oh, I've hit it too many times. Let's reset it. Stop it to begin. There you go, it's counting down again. Hopefully that makes sense, David. There you go, there's your indication that the 900 feet are up. No worries. hopefully that was helpful. Can't say I use that very often, but it's a nice little feature to be included. We're on range 60 again now, and we've got quite good got pretty clear signals at the moment. David, you really enjoyed that train? Yeah, absolutely. The 66 is really fun to drive, actually. We're at 60 now, so we'll just come back off the power. Looks like we've got to get a double yellow coming up. Oh no, it's just cleared. There it goes, 9 car. Are we going to be potentially held up next? Will be Retford next, won't it? We're really not far now, considering we're supposed to be there in an hour and 40. I think we were supposed to stay in that passing loop for a lot longer than we did, but because we were so early, it let us go ahead, I guess, of perhaps whatever's supposed to be in front of us. There's a 9 car now. I think that will soon be on the tail of us, so I suspect that was probably what we were supposed to sit there for, but oh well. Path was given to us, so we're going to drive according to it. Although I don't think it will mean this was the longest UK freight service though. Yikes. Just hoping we get stopped at places now to slow us down for a bit. Probably a little bit more power is required here. Give it a full thrash. We're down to 50 miles an hour. We need to speed things up. There we go, speed, come on, give us a bit of speed. Notch 8 should be increasing above 50. New York Texas Railroad, welcome into the stream, how you doing? Must be a steep gradient if we're not picking up any speed at the moment. Also surprised the weather hasn't changed. We're in dynamic weather, so yeah, a little bit of a surprise. We're definitely going to be into Doncaster extremely early at this rate. Because somehow we managed to depart earlier than from Claypole passenger loop than probably what we were supposed to. But the dispatcher allowed us and it didn't stop us, so Yeah, that's on them. David, have I played all the new routes? You've only played Vorarlberg, still have so much to have a go at? Yeah, absolutely. I've had a go at all three of them. I think my favourite has to be the East Coast Main Line. I've always wanted one of the Class 800s, and we've got the Class 801. So I've played that a lot, I've driven that a lot. I've also driven Antelope Valley a couple of times, which is really scenic. It's absolutely stunning, so that's fantastic. And the same with the scenery on Vorarlberg. I think that's also fantastic as well. So yeah, I think the three routes, while I wouldn't normally choose to perhaps have a look at American passenger routes or German/Austrian routes either, I've actually quite enjoyed driving them, which has been a nice little surprise. But yeah, by far the East Coast Main Line is definitely my favourite. Especially with the various layers that also give so many services to this route. Got the 158 especially, got the AI 700, a couple of HST services, so there's plenty to, and of course some more freight as well. Now, are we holding anything up behind us is the question. I think so. There is a slow moving Azuma there. Yeah, definitely, David. I really recommend having a go at East Coast Main Line. It's high speed running, but well, I guess what makes it a little bit different to say something like Castle Würzburg is the various stopping patterns, and there are obviously more stops along the route, say in comparison to Vorarlberg, because you've only got not Vorarlberg, sorry, Castle Würzburg, because you've only got that kind of one stop between the two endpoints. So yeah, I'm a big fan of this route really. And of course you get the Flying Scotsman as well on here, which is it's okay. It's not, I'm personally not a big fan of Steam, so I can take it or leave it, but it's a nice little addition to have. wonder if we're going to be held at Retford, perhaps. Guess they could potentially hold us at Retford. David, you love steam trains, so looking forward to having a go on the Flying Scotsman. Did you see? I did, yes. Yeah. Thankfully, it was nothing too serious by the sounds of it. No one was injured and there was no major damage to Flying Scotsman. I believe it's going to be already back in mainline operations very shortly. Right, so we are definitely coming up to Retford. Aviemore is only 50 miles. Oh wow, okay, yeah. Not far from you at all. Here we are at Retford, which we'll fly through the middle of. Which is a good excuse to fly all the way down to the station here. So we can watch us roll through the station. And there we go. There is our 66. There it goes off into the distance. We're going to be about an hour early, I think, into Doncaster. No worries, enjoy the rest of your evening too, David. Thanks for dropping in. So we've got 13 miles to Doncaster. I think we're going to have clear signals all the way, actually. What we should have done at Retford is have a look if any of the services were running late. That would have been quite telling. I've really messed with their timetable, I guess, at the moment. It's going to have to be dynamic and adapt to me going early. But we get brought into the siding there by the looks of it, or the yard there. Acknowledge that DSD. Cruising nicely here at 59. No dramas and clear and greens all the way. Really what it should be doing is putting me into this this passing loop. That probably would free everything back up, because yeah, you've got this very slow moving Azuma behind me. Yeah, I've really somehow messed with the dispatcher that somehow let me go early. Just keeps checking that I'm still awake, absolutely, because I've got no power on, no brake on. Let's do a double brake. Nice view out of alongside the 66 there. There we go. Again, just checking I'm awake, which of course I am. So 7 miles to go, not far at all. Really want to see how much carnage I've caused with the Azuma behind us. We will just keep plugging away at there goes the Azuma. Let's pop ourselves here. I think when we get to closer to Doncaster, we'll see if we can fly up to the station just to see what the departure boards are looking like. Power back on. Get us back up closer to 60. Yes, don't worry, I'm still awake. We've got, looks like a double yellow coming up ahead. Which is now cleared, so back on power we go. Yeah, we're definitely got to be fair, holding up the East Coast Main Line now. Let's see how many okay, so we've got 1, 2. We've got anything else further behind? So we've got 2 Azumas currently behind us. So we definitely somehow managed to depart way earlier than we were supposed to from Claypole passing loop. Oh, 62. We need to just double brake, get this back under control. Come on, get down to 60. Oh, we need to be putting brake in more anyway. We've got double yellow. I expect this is very much our approach now into Doncaster. brake on more. Let's just release off a second. There we go. Okay, looks like we are taking the path actually, which will free up the East Coast Main Line. Now, I'm going to put a little bit more brake in because I ideally want to fly up to Doncaster to just see how actually how much have I managed to hold up the East Coast Main Line. But can we get there in time? We should be fine looking at the track monitor. Got a long way to run. Come on, we're getting there. We're not far now. This is actually where we'll be coming in to stop anyway. Another 66. See, it's busy here at Doncaster. Lots of freight wagons and a Zoomer. It's always nice to see. Lots of freight over there. Containers. You can hear a rumble of a 66. Crazy, how you doing? Welcome back in the stream. We're almost at Doncaster. Come on. Somehow we managed to get released out of the passing loop extremely early, and we've now held up everything here at on the East Coast Main Line. So I'm trying to find. Oh, well that's very disappointing. So you can't be in on that. Oh, well we've just tripped emergency brake anyway. Okay, well we've delayed one by 13 minutes. And what else have we delayed? We haven't delayed that one. I think that must be it. Let's just head back to our... Yeah, okay. Well, there goes one of the Azumas we were holding up. Somehow I managed to escape the... Oh, it was DSD. No, I don't want to break. It was DSD that we couldn't hear in the cab. I wanted to see how much time we held up these Azumas by. There was two behind us. Apparently so. So this is definitely not turned out to be the longest UK freight service, because somehow I've managed to break it, which is always good going. There you go. There goes the second of the Azumas. There we go. Well, that is true. That is true, I'll give you that, Crazy. I still don't quite know how it let me go. Yeah, true. So, but somehow we will be about an hour early, which is, I think, pretty good going. Yeah, the other Azuma probably does. Pep, you were just playing Train Sim 4 in a Class 66. Very nice. We'll just keep rolling around 90 now. 1 hour early, I know. It's ridiculous. So it must hold us in that loop for... Or it's supposed to hold us in that loop for nearly an hour. Or, I guess, we encounter some more traffic along the way, but it must be held in that loop for ages. Yeah, it definitely will, Crazy. I'm absolutely anticipating that. Here you go, single. Yeah, let's put a little bit of brake in. See where it's gonna make us stop. It should have said 8:51 instead of 9:51. Well, if you look at the timetable, we were supposed to only arrive at 8:03, but we managed to leave at 8:01 because I was blocking. So I was blocking the level crossing. So I thought I'd move forward a little bit, and then all of a sudden it gave me the path to depart on a green. So I took it. Recently found out apparently you can still go out of bounds. Ooh, interesting. There was a really good post on the forum earlier about all of the that showed all of the various bits of track that had been laid but never obviously never made it into the final route, which I found really interesting actually, especially Birmingham Cross City and the amount of track that's laid but obviously not, especially sort of the Kings Norton North. So sort of branching off to the left, you continue north. Reaching in front. Red Threat knew all of but two of them. 3. Yeah, I thought it was really interesting actually. ScotRail Express, yeah. It's... Yeah, that's fair enough. Makes sense. I thought it was interesting. There goes an Azuma. Right, let's see if it makes us wait here for an hour. As predicted. Oh, this game is sometimes too predictable. Well, don't worry, I'm not going to... Yeah, the classic shift control 0 does get you back into the cab. So don't worry, I won't make you wait around and wait for an hour for this to actually complete, which is ridiculous. Yeah, quite possibly Alfie, but we somehow managed to get out of the passing loop way earlier than we were probably supposed to, so I think that's quite a nice way to wrap up this stream. Instead of it being the longest UK freight service, it's going to have to get renamed to Holding Up the East Coast Main Line. Yeah. Well, that was a good bit of fun. I think I'm going to have to end up trying this service again and seeing if I can actually see what it was actually supposed to be like instead of what we've experienced. Longest waiting one, the earliest UK freight service. Yeah, absolutely. Right, so perfect way to round up the stream. Thank you ever so much for everyone dropping in, and we will we'll probably might do a another stream tomorrow night. So we'll see. Hopefully, see you then. So thanks for tuning in, and I'll catch you next one. Bye bye for now.